Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well today. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie Jade and today I have a brand new video for you all. So today I'm going to be finally testing the XX Revolution Skin Blur Foundation. When I saw this, I thought this is going to be a bit of me. I love the look of it. I've seen other people use this and it looks gorgeous. So I really want to try it. So I'm going to get straight on with this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and let's get started. We're now all zoomed in and ready to go. So this is what the foundation looks like. It's super classy packaging, but I'll be completely honest, it is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Like, the packaging looks really small. I think it's just because it's quite a wide bottle. It just felt so small when I got it in the post. Like, if you look at it compared to the size of my hand, it feels a lot smaller than I saw online. And if you compare it to one of my others, like my IRL one by Revolution, it does feel a lot smaller, but if you look at the actual size on it, the IRL one is 23mm and this one is also 23mm, so it is actually the exact same size. It just feels and looks a lot smaller in my opinion. So this is the Skin Blur Soft Focus Skin Tint. So it's got a demi matte finish, which I'm quite excited to try. It's supposed to be medium coverage. It's supposed to have a soft natural finish as well. So I'm going to open this up. So this was $9.99, which to be fair, that's about right for Revolution's kind of foundations. I love the lid. It's got kind of like a holographic kind of effect there. I love that. I think it looks so cute. So when we open it up, I actually got this one in the shade Tan because I kind of struggled to choose online the shades. It was between two for me. This one and I think the one that was a little bit lighter. Let's have a look at it on my hand. But it was quite hard to choose. Okay, that's very liquidy. There's a lot more liquid than I thought it was going to be. I think that's quite a good shade, to be fair. I think that's quite good. So you compare it to my IRL one. Let me get the IRL one I'm using at the moment because that one's just finished. Wow, okay, that's actually a really good shade match compared to the IRL. It's a little bit more pink tones. That's the new one and that's my IRL. So it's a little bit more pinky on the undertone, but other than that, I'm kind of here for it. I'm kind of liking it. So I feel like I've got so many new foundations to try at the moment. I've been struggling to get through them all. So I've just tried the R.E.M. by Ariana's line. I've got the Glossier one to try. I've got this one to try. And I've also got a new Maybelline one, I think. Is it Maybelline? Yeah, I've got a new Maybelline one to try as well. So I have so many different foundations to try at the moment. But this is what we're going to go for today. So we're going to start off. I'm just going to prime my face. I've already moisturised. I'm just going to stick a primer on. It's a demi matte one. So I don't want to go in with like a really glowy primer because that kind of defeats the object there. We're going to use the P. Louise one because I love this primer. I got it in last month's budget box and it is really nice. And it is a pink one, which is really cute as well. I don't think I actually own a pink primer. So I'm just going to apply this onto my skin. It smells quite nice as well. I don't know what it smells like, but it does smell quite nice. It just smells quite pampering. I don't know if that's a smell, but it is now. Okay, so I'm going to go with the foundation. I'm going to use 1/2 with a brush to blend it, 1/2 with a sponge to see the differences, how it blends with each method, things like that. So like I said, this is quite a liquidy one. Like, it's very, like, I'm not even squeezing it and it is coming out. So if I squeeze it, it comes out so fast, which I wasn't actually expecting, if I'm honest. I don't know why. I think it's because a lot of Revolution's foundations are a little bit thicker. They're not as liquidy, but it's nice to try something different. I'm gonna get a little bit of my finger. This is literally so liquidy. Okay, we'll try it. Is my thing? Yeah, that'll do. Do you know what? I don't think that's too bad a match at all. My face needs tanning because it doesn't really match my neck right now. But hopefully this will match my neck. Okay, that doesn't seem bad at all. It does feel so liquidy, like such a liquidy formula. I'm going to take the brush from the left hand side and I'm going to do a sponge on the right. So let's start going in with that. Ooh. Do you know what? I like that coverage. Let's just zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, I like that coverage. I think that's actually quite nice. At the moment, I wouldn't say that it's demi matte but it might kind of like dry out and blend out a little more like that. But at the moment, if you look at my skin, that is so glowy. I think this shade is pretty much perfect. So just a reminder, I went for the shade Tan. So that's how it's looking blended out with that brush there. I'm just going to grab my beauty blender. Oh, I haven't wet it. The thing is, right, I never used to wet my beauty blender, but now I do. So I'm going to wet it, and I'll be right back. My beauty blender is now wet, and we're going to blend in with this. Honestly, my beauty blender needs cleaning. Like, it really needs good clean, but we're going to ignore that and pretend it doesn't. Okay, immediately I can see that that's shade off like at least 50% of the coverage there. Like, look at the coverage on like my blemishes and freckles there compared to over here. Like, it is completely shade out that coverage. So if you're wanting it to be more of a lightweight coverage kind of foundation, definitely use a beauty blender to blend this in. But if you're more of a full coverage kind of person, then definitely use a brush, because you can even see under my eyes like the difference. I'm going to go with a little bit more and blend it out with a brush, because at the moment I'm kind of feeling that more full coverage kind of vibe. Why is it not? There we go. It's a little bit more. I do quite like the lid on this because it feels quite secure, because with it being so liquidy, it makes me worry about it kind of leaking a bit, but it feels like such a secure lid. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this out with a brush. There you go. You can literally see the coverage difference. Like, it's actually crazy. I always prefer blending with a brush anyway. I do feel like you get more from your products that way, but look at that. It is so nice. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a matte finish at all. Like, it says demi matte, so it's like kind of like a, you know, partially matte, but I would say that's a glowy finish. Personally, I would say it's a glowy finish. I do like the product. I think it's a gorgeous foundation, but I wouldn't say that's demi matte personally. I think it's very glowy. It might be my skin right now. It might be a combination of that with a primer. I'll have to try it with other primers, but so far I would say that is more of a glowy finish. So I've kind of left that for a minute to kind of like settle on my face a little bit more, and I do think it's a little bit more matte than it was, but it's still got that glow, which I kind of like. I think it looks like a nice healthy glow to my skin. So I'm going to do the rest of my base makeup. So I'm going in with my concealer. I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer, which I do quite like. Putting a little bit down there, a little bit down my nose, and a tiny bit on my chin just to brighten. And then I'm going to use that beauty blender to pat this all out. I actually had the best, and I mean the best concealer brush ever, but I have absolutely no idea where it's gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Nia brush here. This is the Soft Focus Concealer Brush to start to pat this out. And I'm going to smooth it out with the beauty blender after. I had such a good concealer brush, and I just don't know where it's gone. I feel like it didn't sheer it out at all, and it just kind of like patted it into place. It was so good. I think it's because I went on holiday for a couple of weeks and I've not really unpacked everything yet, so I think that's where everything's gone. Is everything's still in like my different makeup bags from holiday. Now I'm going in with that beauty blender just to pat over that to make sure it's nice and smooth. Do you know what? I really like the combination of those two. I really like that. Now we're going to go in with my contour. I'm going to use the Maybelline one. I haven't used this in so long, and it got stuck at the back of one of my drawers, and I found it recently. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to have to use that in a video, so that's what we're going to do today. And then some on my forehead too. I do love the shade of that. Some down my nose. Then what brush should we use? I'm just going to use this one. It's the 002 Real Techniques brush. It's really good for buffing products in. Look at that. Such a beautiful product. Look there, and then we're just going to do the forehead as well. And then lastly, what I'm going to do is my blush. I don't think we're going to do any highlight because I look glowy already. But I'm going to go in the blush, and this is one of my current faves. It's the Doozy Super Shock Cheek Blush by Colourpop. I always say that wrong, so I feel like I've got to focus on that one, but I just got it right for once. And I'm just going to go with this brush here, which is from Real Techniques. It's a contour brush, but I like it for blush. And I'm just going to pat into that there. And let me get my mirror out again. I love the formula of it. It's so creamy and it's like such a pretty shade. I think it's so nice. And that's how it's looking. So now I'm just going to do my, ooh, dropping everything. So now I'm just going to do my under eyes, and I'm just taking this sponge here. Where's my under eye powder? I feel very chaotic today. I feel like everything is just kind of everywhere. I say today like it's not an everyday occurrence. I'm just going to go with the Sheer Glam one because why not? I do absolutely love this powder. This powder is also like completely waterproof, which I thought was really cool. And I'm just patting that onto my eye there just to smooth that out. Same thing on this eye here. That's out the corner. And then I'm just going to do a little bit. Okay, this is how it's looking, and I'm kind of liking this so far. I'm going to do a couple of finishing touches, just kind of go over a couple of bits, and then I'll show you the end result. So this is now how it's looking. I've blended things out a little bit more, warmed my face up a little bit more, sorted my hair out, and this is the final look. I really like this foundation. For me, does it beat the IRL one? I'd say no, but it is quite close. I do love it. I prefer the finish of the IRL one, but I think it's going to be a hard one to beat because one of my absolute favourite foundations ever. This one, however, love the coverage. I think it is a really nice coverage. It looks really natural. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look really thick. I wasn't sure what I'd think of the formula with it being so liquidy, but I actually really liked it in the end. I think it looks really nice on the skin. It is a nice kind of healthy glow. Yeah, I do really like it. Do I think it's worth the money? Yeah, I'd say so. I do think it's worth the money. I genuinely think it's a really nice product. Like I said, it does feel like a really small product. For £10, it feels like you don't get a lot of foundation. But when you compare it to the others, it is the exact same amount. It just looks a lot smaller. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Leave me a lovely little comment, maybe your opinion on this foundation, other products you'd like me to try, things like that. Don't forget to subscribe because it means the world to me. But that is it from me for today, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!